Sarah, happy Thursday. I hope you're good. Right, okay, we'll just build an audience. This should be a good live. I hope you're well. Just not long finished work there. Oh, you're joining. Oh, we've got one person in Insta. There we go, you're all in now. Thank you, thank you. Happy Thursday. We are live on YouTube as well. YouTube is bouncing this weather, so thank you to everyone who's subscribing, ringing the bell, the usual. I have popped a few videos up. I did pop them up on YouTube as well, but it's on shorts in YouTube. I have popped a few videos up today. I just watched your post from Sunday's live. Oh my God. Been looking forward to this. Thanks everybody for joining. Right. YouTube, you do have a wee bit of a delay. Remember, like the video as well. I'm like, where are you all? What's happened in YouTube? You are here now. Heather Mitchell's in the house. So Heather is Heather, you better write all your comments and info in as we go. Looking forward to this. I am so sorry I never made it live on Sunday night. I am good. I've been reading all week. That's me just finished up for the weekend. So I'm glad. And I wanted to get these lives done and out the way. I actually wanted to get this live done before all this happened, because I'd missed you on Sunday. So I've been waiting on this all day. Well, that's why this morning I thought, right, I'm just going to write, I'm going live. I was trying to be, just mindful, considering we have had a validation this morning, but it isn't a very nice validation. It's a sad validation. I did watch the news break last night. I did see that TMZ had released photos and things like that. Absolutely horrible. I knew this would be coming after last night. So I have popped a video up in my YouTube shorts if you haven't seen it, and also on Facebook and Instagram. And it is obviously our YouTube live from 10 days ago today. And I predicted that within the 9 days that there was going to be a passing. We spoke about One Direction, and I did say that I thought one of the 1D boys were in the Illuminati. Right on the 9th day, this news broke. So, yeah. But I didn't want to pop it up as a validation earlier on today, just because, again, trying to be mindful. It's so sad. Thank you for joining. YouTube seems all right so far, but we know how to put them in timeout in YouTube now, so you be careful tonight. I never thought it in a million years. It'd have been poor Liam. So I have just popped a video up just now, and it is the ex-contestant from the X Factor, Katie Weasel. I'm hoping I'm saying her name correct. And she's basically said she hopes Simon Cowell doesn't come out with a statement to obviously pass on his condolences and things like that, because she feels that, again, there's a bit of responsibility around there on his part. It is in our live from last week on YouTube and the week before, but I have said that we would start speaking around the UK Illuminati. It's funny how we started talking around it and look what's happened. Did you have an incline that it was going to be? Yes, I knew it was going to be one of the 1D boys, but one of my friends said to me, why didn't you just put it out? I'm like, do you want me to get sued? Do you want me to actually get sued? I can't do it that way. That's how I try and give as much information as possible. But I didn't know. I probably did know in the last 2 or 3 days which one it was from the Niall Horn concert. It was obviously quite evident. But like we speak, the Illuminati, humiliation, a lot of media press just before it, and then all of a sudden, heartbreak, suicide. Now, I don't know about you guys. I watched it on CNN and Sky News last night. I had it on both just to see what the news reports were like. I found it very strange within 45 minutes that it was already been reported by the hotel and by the Argentinian police that he was aggressive, he had broke his laptop. Now, you know that in any case, especially within the UK, you never hear any of that information until it really goes to trial. Nothing, because obviously it would affect the trial or affect whatever it is that's going on. Whether this was all brought out straight away. Now, someone had said, let me see, the Illuminati was out in them. I just think it was very... Another thing, the first people that commented on it, the Hiltons, Paris Hilton, the Brit Awards, and Jedward as well. But like, let's discount Jedward only because, no, not in a bad way, but I don't feel they're anything to do with the Illuminati. They could be a liability. But the Brits in Paris Hilton find it strange, and I found that strange very quickly. I actually nearly put it up in my story last night, but again was trying to be mindful. I'm like, a lot of people are going to be so shocked with this, myself included. But that's why I've hung off to later on today to bring it out. Manager said didn't want police. And I found it very weird. The calls being released, they seemed very calm in the phone. And I think, did they not say something along the lines that he'd jumped or something like that? It was as if they were pushing the narrative. I am Scottish. Here we go again. Not Irish, Scottish. I thought it was strange about the phone call. He was on drugs, drink. It's a tragic accident. Christine, do you know, I totally get that. But if you look at my video for 9 days ago, just check that. If we hadn't predicted this and we were just talking about this, I would get it. But it was a prediction, and it was off the back of the Illuminati. It was off the back of Piers Morgan with the cease and desist from Beyonce. They're also hitting out at TikTokers as well at the moment, sending cease and desist everywhere. Oh, Beyonce, you're getting a wee bit ratty, I'm just saying. I feel the pictures are very staged. That's the narrative they want us to believe. It's humiliation. That's what the Illuminati do. Think about Whitney Houston. Think about all these different people. Think about all the pictures of the bodies that were released. Marilyn Monroe's autopsy. JFK's autopsy. Smell. I think it's connected to everything that's going on with Jay-Z. And another thing, he went to Argentina back in September, like when everybody else was fleeing the country as well. Just saying. And again, if you did think your time was up, would you hit the drugs? Quite likely, because you'd be maybe a bit scared. Just saying. I know. Beyonce sending flowers to other celebs. Could it be let them know she knows where they all are? Where all are? I'd say it's more like that. Do you think Liam Fowler was pushed? Staged, yes. Very much staged. Happy birthday, Daniel. Will Smith left the country? He sure did. Now we're going to speak about the UK Illuminati. Why not? We did mention Simon Cowell. That is why that video was put up, because unfortunately it's another validation for what we spoke about. UK Illuminati, I do believe there is one. I'm trying to think what I can see here. That's why I waited till after 9 o'clock as well. Are you ready for it? I think you're going to need a shot. Get your vodka out, get your wine out. This is going to be hard hitting, guys. Hard hitting. I think Elton John's part of it. Sorry, Gary Barlow. Sorry. Simon Cowell. I just heard Beyonce was staying at the same hotel. So I heard that as well, but I can't confirm or deny. I was trying to look before I came on, but I did hear that Beyonce had stayed at that hotel that Liam Payne was at not that long ago. I don't think Piers Morgan is part of it, but I feel that the sacrifices are happening quick and fast. And I just think now that we've spoke about the lives the last few weeks where there's a lot of validations, I feel a wee bit more confident to say what I get with that, and that is exactly what I get. Elton and Gary, I know. Think it this way, think of all the boy bands that's lost somebody. The Wanted, Boyzone. This life you better watch. Do you like Pakistan? Never been, but I'm sure I would like it. Are you a Scouser? Scottish? Sorry. Liam was about to... Do you think Liam was about to speak out about the Illuminati? Just trying to get my head around this. I need to Google Illuminati. No, I don't think he was going to speak out. But I know there's a video going about in Jonathan Ross where he actually speaks about meeting P. Diddy and Jay-Z. But there's also an interview with the One Direction boys years ago where Harry and Liam went to the party and the rest of them didn't go. And they looked very sheepish about it. Loose cannon, 100%. Loving the fact people don't understand your accent is so bad, isn't it? I'm so sorry. I should really slow down. But the reality is I get really excited when I'm on one. Remember and subscribe and like the video and ring the bell. Was his ex the soon? Oh, I see. Yeah, seen that as well. I think it'd be easy to think it's connected to that, but I don't feel it is. I do think Harry's in it. I'll say it out loud. I do think Harry's part of it as well. Harry Styles. I don't feel Cheryl Cole's involved in the Illuminati. So do I, Catrice. I love it. Thank you. You're also nice on YouTube tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you to all our new subscribers as well. A lot of you are coming back and watching the videos, and obviously with that validation, we had a bit of a rush earlier tonight as well, so I really appreciate it. And I'm loving keeping it on YouTube because we know where it is. Whether any time we've had these validations, we're having to look through, whether it was a lovely client today that had actually sent me the screen recordings over. Louis Walsh, no. Maybe the runner, like to draw people in with Louis Walsh, maybe. What validation did you get? I did predict that one from the Illuminati would die within the next 9 days, and we did mention One Direction. It's all on our shorts on YouTube, but it's also on my grid on Instagram if you want to go and see it. Can I just say thank you so much to everyone who's joining. The numbers are fabulous on Instagram. Just remember and give us a wee follow. I don't know. I thought about Cliff Richard too. No, I'm not feeling it with that one. Where is your OnlyFans? Oh, well, I've not started it yet. Do you want to be my first? Is it a subscriber or a follower you get over there? Let me know. Do Edward hate labels? Major fallout. Why do the Welsh people sound they are confused when they talk? What's coat is the jacket? Richard, I would go and ask someone Welsh then, because I'm not Welsh. Double. James Corden, yes. Yeah, if you look at our previous lives, I'll not repeat the names that I've already said, but if you've been on this page long enough or on our Facebook page long enough, you will know that we predicted around Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield way back before it ever started to play out. So, and I did say I thought they were part of the Illuminati at that time as well. You did say a couple of weeks ago that they would hear of something that was going to shock everyone. I love your jumper. Thank you. It's actually from TikTok Shop. I wouldn't recommend it because as soon as I put it on the day, we had this problem. I'm like, no wonder. Like, shout out to people who do TikTok Shop. I've been aging me everything. I'm like, you kidding? Seemingly Paul Walker was involved. We have said that as well. So here's some of our predictions. I do feel we're going to hear a lot more around the P. Diddy case. Obviously, there's things come out around Kanye West as well. But we're going to see a lot more that's starting to affect the UK, and we have already said that. Christy, if you got home security, I'm worried about you. Don't you worry. My house is done from top to bottom, and not for their reasons, believe me. I do predict that in the next 3 weeks, we're going to see some sort of crossover. So I feel like there's going to be more celebs that speak out around Liam Payne's death, where I just feel like it's going to be losing control a little bit, where there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories that connect to the UK, connect to people that we love and we think we know. I've told you before, we don't. Are you Scottish? I sure am. Wasn't surprised that he died, seeing his video at the Niall Horan concert, sorry, and said to my friend, he will be the next celeb death. Poor soul, this young man is so sad, 31 years of age. I don't think they're all in it, just two. And I did predict that already. It's a previous prediction. Do you think Cheryl knew he was involved? What I've always respected Cheryl Cole for is that she's always kept her son off social media and out the spotlight. Is there a reason for that? Are you in Scotland right now? I've always wanted to go. Yes, and it's always cold and rainy, but we all smile through it because we're just those type of people. Did you read that what Mikey from Boyzone said in his tribute? I didn't, Linz. Can you pop it in and I'll read it out? I love Robbie Williams, but I have a horrible feeling he's going to take it. Know this, most people from, any artist from the UK that's ended up in America and now lives in America is likely part of it. I do think that there's probably legal papers that hurt Liam Payne within that day that's also antagonised this, but there is photos of his hotel room and the TV's smashed, and there's also cocaine, I think it is, in the hotel room as well. Are you Scottish? All the man asked rhymes, ladies, the definition of Scottish. Are we talking about P. Diddy, or what is the topic exactly? So we have covered the P. Diddy case, but this is regarding the UK Illuminati, which, guys, I'm going to tell you, I need to actually tell you this, I forgot about this. It's not called the Illuminati here. I'm probably going to get shot for this. It's called the Untouchables. I said it. And the reason I'm saying that is I've spoke about the Untouchables for the last 6 years. Through a lot of the cases, the crime cases that are on my YouTube, if you want to check them out. I've got to remember and plug myself, I keep forgetting. But it's the elite, 100% Divine McDonald. But it's basically Untouchables. It is a paedophile ring. It stems way back. Again, we have just recently spoke about how the connection to the UK, in America, I have spoke about Frank Sinatra, that I believe he was part of one of the first people to build up the Illuminati alongside Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe. I believe that JFK was assassinated because Marilyn Monroe told him about the Illuminati, and that's why I'm talking about Marilyn Monroe and JFK's autopsy results were all leaked. I can't even remember what the website was, but it was from years ago, and it was so easy to find every last photo of these autopsies. This is public humiliation. We spoke about it in Loads of Lies, where it's part of the Illuminati, where they want to humiliate you. You're sacrificing yourself over and over again. Kelly McKeown, are you clutching? Or me? I don't. Oh, glitching? I was like, what do you mean glitching? I don't think I'm glitching. Can someone let Kelly know on YouTube if it's glitching? Scottish, these comments. I know, Nicole. Also a bit strange, there's nothing on Liam's Insta after January 2024. It's as if it's been white. I just think one of the biggest indicators is that he fled his home and he stayed in Argentina. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, but he had a Niall Horn concert. He actually had his own tour date out there that was cancelled at the start, or just at the start of September. He still never went home. And the fact that a lot of you are writing in the comments here, but the girlfriend went, why is that? Maybe it's because he couldn't go. I've not, Louisa. His ex did an interview the day before and said one of his friends said, not only will you blame yourself, but everyone else will blame you for what will happen next. She wrote a book about him. I don't feel it's anything to do with the ex. I really don't. I can see why we would expect that, but I don't see that being the case. I do feel Simon Cowell will speak out on Liam Payne's death, and I feel it'll be more towards tomorrow morning. I feel he'll address it the right way, because this girl, Katie Wazel, I think that's how you pronounce her name, she's putting up quite a few bits of allegations out there. So now the jungle drums are going at the UK end, where I see a lot more coming in around that. And I do actually feel that Piers Morgan is a little bit like Jag, you're right, as in he's given the platform to people to speak. If you're not on his YouTube, check it out, Piers Morgan. There's a lot of interviews there that would take you down rabbit holes, but will also let you see people's behaviours. Totally disagreeing. Digressing, but Cilla Black, part of the Untouchables, she was pally with Rolf Harris, and was weird when she was questioned on the news. I think she was. Did the Katie girl not say she was abused, etc. X Factor? So I think it's a cryptic tweet where she's basically saying if Simon Cowell speaks out, he's got an absolute cheek. So, and I psychically get she's just one of the golden nuggets. You're going to see the full of X Factor. I feel X Factor is going to be a massive talking point between now and Christmas. Auditions get cancelled in Blackpool today with Ant and Dec being ushered out into the waiting car. Britain's Got Talent auditions get cancelled in Blackpool today with Ant and Dec being ushered out into waiting car. Illuminati or untouchable or not, I feel that these kids becoming stars at 14 years old, it must be a mess their heads. I agree with you on that one. Katie came out a few years ago about X Factor, but you've got to remember, it's like when we were doing the predictions, no, there's no way it's like that, and then it starts to play out. So when this girl Katie wasn't listened to a long while ago, I can assume she's going to be listened to now. I'll be watching Pierce after this live. Guess who? Not going to sleep tonight. Oh, listen, can you not see? I've been the same. But it was very sad last night. I get the shock in my life. I'm sure we all did. And again, that's maybe something speaking on where you don't know the person, but when you hear something like that, you think of their family, you think of their friends, you think of, like, when I was watching the news, the journalism from Sky News was horrific for the first 2 hours. Just the things they were speaking about and the speculation. They were saying, I wonder what One Direction's doing right now. That's not journalism. That's just been a nosy gate. But yeah, I do feel it for the family. But obviously, again, it's like even myself doing this live, this family are going to be under this scrutiny now because of everything with the Illuminati. And I do feel that someone's ready to really speak up, because I feel like how we felt, and that's the point I was trying to make, how we felt and the shock we got reading that Liam Payne was dead. Someone's not happy about that. Perez Hilton, part of it, just speaking out. Dan Wooten put out a bizarre post too, but don't trust him. Don't like Dan Wooten, don't agree with him, thinks he talks shit. Psychically, I get it as well, but Perez Hilton, different ball game altogether. I think he's good at highlighting things. He highlighted the TMZ thing this morning as well. I'm trying to think the video that I watched here. I do feel he was in it, yeah. That's right, Lindsay. Do you think Caroline Flack's death is any links? Do you know what I'm going to say? I've never thought it this way, but yes, I'm now starting to think it, and I'll say it from tonight. There you go, you've got it. I do feel it massively. Think you all the media round before it, the humiliation round before it. She was part of the X Factor, but did she not go between the main show and the second show as well? So yeah, but Untouchables. Oh, wait a second. Rebecca Faircon spoke out too. All the drug paraphernalia in the pictures. If he jumped to his own death, why would he leave everything laying around? Because he wouldn't care, because he was, obviously, if he's doing that type of thing, it's his normality in a sense, isn't it? She was with Harry Styles too for a bit. That's what I was thinking. Oh, actually. So who got who into it? So if you're looking for a rabbit hole to go down, I'd be going down the rabbit hole of working out who... I'm sure it was Caroline Flack. They've been part of the X Factor before. As soon as I get off, I'm going down this rabbit hole. I will meet you there. Simon Cowell is now resigned from Britain's Got Talent. Do you think Caroline was sacrificed? Her and Harry had a relationship and remained close after their breakup. Harry is massive in America. Yep. David Williams. No. I actually don't think the Britain's Got Talent side has anything to do with it. It's Katie Weasel that spoke out. She did date Harry as well. Well, secretly, didn't she, Prince Harry? Natty, have you ever considered using Botox? No. Have you seen what happens? Like, I can't give you a reaction if I had Botox, eh? I want to give you the right impression, you know. Hi in Texas. I do love YouTube for the comments. You'll be in time out in a minute, any more of that. loved her for years and just doesn't sit right with me. I do have I had other things on my phone from last week. I will pick it up in a post. So if you're not on my Facebook or Instagram, remember and give us a wee follow, because I'll type a little post up. I try and do that as well. That is why I did the Frank Sinatra one. He was unconscious before he fell. Embrace your natural beauty. Listen, no harm. When the grandkids are all looking at their photos and all these grannies, they've got bodies like 90-year-olds and faces like melted wellies, I will understand why I didn't do it. And there's a prediction. Did you see the post about something happening tomorrow in the UK? No, I didn't actually. I think I might have, but it was on TikTok, but I don't believe it if it was the one on TikTok. There's good going around to the Facebook. He was sacrificed. What do you think of Simon Cowell and being best pals now? Something in it, but Simon Cowell, there's going to be a lot coming out about him. I do agree with Amanda Hunter. It feels like now every celebrity death is going to be put down to this. But do you not think it's a little weird that there's been a lot of boy bands and they've lost one member? I'm just saying. Simon Cowell signed her a record deal, and I don't even feel he's got as much stayed in the music industry as he used to. I don't think it was an accident, no. What's your Idaho 4 predictions again? Do you think there will be much movement with this trial? I feel the reason with the Idaho murders there isn't much movement is because this man's innocent, and there's be a lot of stopping and starting, but I feel he's going to prove his innocence before reunions. Sunita, is she a connection? No, I don't feel so. I don't feel Westlife are in it either, but they were managed by Louis Walsh, so that would maybe make sense because I don't feel he's in it. It'd be easy to think he was in it, put it that way. Have you saw the clip with Biden and Obama talking at a funeral service? So many trying to lip read. There's a girl on TikTok that lip reads amazingly. We need to send her the video. Yeah, but it was there for a reunion. But again, I think that's been taken out of context as if Liam Payne was planning his death. I do private readings. I do have availability, but just PM the page on our Instagram or our Facebook. He said him and Niall had to have words. What about Ronan Keating? Stephen Gately died. Yes, I do think so. I think it was impulsive suicide due to the effects of drugs. Stephanie, I would agree with you a bit in this as well, that I feel Liam Payne was out his face of his own choice, but only because he was going nuts at what was coming. Right, guys, thanks so much for joining. Lindy have just released a statement. Oh, interesting. Go and have a wee look as soon as I come off. I'm from Washington, Indiana, here in the USA. I love your accent. Hi, Mike. Thank you for joining and being so kind with your comments. I've seen that as well. And I did see that Jay-Z and Beyonce are sending out cease and desist to a lot of the TikTokers as well. I'm not going to lie, guys. If I got a cease and desist for Beyonce and Jay-Z, I'd be like, whoa, they know. They know. They know. One Direction bandmates completely devastated by Liam Payne's death. Liam Payne's former One Direction bandmates have published a joint statement after the singer's death in Argentina yesterday. Thumbs out. Remember and subscribe on YouTube and like the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Exact same on Instagram. Remember and give us a little follow. They're devastated and need time to process. Aye, they know you know. You're right. And if you really want to deep dive it, have a look at the Jonathan Ross interview with Liam Payne as well. Christy, totally heartbreaking what's happening, 100%. Hi in Chicago. So many cease and desist means guilty, guilty, guilty. 100%, million percent. I think Simon Cowell will be next. No, I don't feel not next. Yeah, but you're Scottish and they know you will give the Glasgow kiss to their cease and desist. You're right, by the way. Listen, if you seen me in my live the other day, you'll know. It was going to take a lot more than that. And remember, when we're doing these lives, obviously, as much as I know, I don't know. So when I'm getting these validations, it last night did not feel one bit good because I knew you guys would click straight away about the live, and it's not a good feeling when it's obviously connected to death and things like that as well. So part of what? So the Illuminati, have a look, go down the rabbit hole. So, okay, the predictions, we're going to have a big song and dance with Trump and Camilla in the next 3 days. Don't know what I mean by that. Another validation from the end of last week, Trump's third attempt an assassination. I don't see another attempt. What I do see, though, is that the racism's going to get worse with something. But it's like we'll watch it play out and feel a bit helpless as if no one's doing anything about it. And that'll be on Trump's side. But I do predict that Camilla will be the president of America. I was so convinced it was Brian until I seen your predictions. In case it really mind-boggling. So the reason I don't think it was Brian Kopperberg for the, I can't say his name right, for the Idaho murders, is he was actually working in the area at the time and he would have been pinging that area. But also, I went on to forums. That's what to do if you're looking for Idaho murders. Go onto the forums and you look back at the forums. And there was actually a frat party next door to that house that same night. And they actually hid it from the media. And if you go into the forums, you'll see that there's names and everything of people that were there. But also, the car that was identified was actually one of the victims' ex-boyfriend's parents' car, was the exact same. And it made more sense for them to be in the area. Someone's been protected in that, but I feel that the police are involved protecting that as well. I feel very strongly around that to do with the Idaho murders. But I do feel that it's a younger boy. And when this happened, before we did the live and before we knew, I had already predicted, I felt it was somebody within a different campus, but round about the same age and things like that. But I do feel it's the ex-partner. And I feel it was the parents' car that was spotted, not Brian Kopperberg's. And I think he knows that. So I feel he's working on his case and I feel he's going to come out and represent himself because he was a law student. And he'll know that he can't stop the time in prison, but he can certainly sue it back later. So he probably knows that he has to sit tight to bring it to trial. And that's why the defence keeps stopping the trial. Because every time he's lodging the next part in, they don't have evidence to back it up. Trust me, you'll hear about it. See what I mean? I speak really fast when I get excited about it. And YouTube's like, eh? What was that? Wade Wilson's a crazy one too. 100%. Do you think the witness in Idaho who said he saw Brian, they didn't call the police, is in on this? I think it's to do with young people. I think it's a frat party that's kept everything connected. But honestly, go and look at the forums. So what you need to do is you'll need to find the name of the campus. What did I do? The name of the campus, and then went right back to the forums on the weeks before leading up, so that then when it got to the week of it, people were writing in the forum like they had a party. One of the people in the house told their auntie, we had a party here, there's a party next door, and then it was all denied the time the police came. The police weren't phoning for hours. I don't think, wait, it's connected, no. They were a Scottish band, weren't they? Do you think Amanda Holden's part of this? No. Britain's Got Talent, I don't feel it's more X Factor. I know she might have been on X Factor, but Cheryl Cole, I can't decide just because she is part of that. What do you feel about the Mendes brothers getting released? I tried to watch the Mendes brothers 3 times. I've tried and 3 times I've just come straight back out it. So I don't even want to make comments. I don't know enough about it. P. Diddy, I like your accent. It's beautiful. P. Diddy, you should be in the jail. You stop commenting to me on YouTube. You are in the cell to go to heaven. You know that and I know that. I bet you didn't think Liam Payne was going to go before you. 49 minutes ago, a close friend of Liam, Jodie Richardson, said hours before his death he was giving out bad vibes. Dermot O'Leary gives me the creeps. I've always said I don't really know what he's famous for other than that presenting, but how did he end up with such a prime time presenter job just like that? Just saying. You're right, Ainsley. You're right. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I will be live back on Sunday on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. What the conspiracy, Liam? I don't understand. So just type in Illuminati and you can go down your rabbit hole. Brian doesn't have a motive. Yeah, the police call doesn't add up either. Very strange. Honestly, go and look in forums. And this is what I always do going into any case. I will go and look outside the box, people's Facebooks, what their name was, and then get into forums to find out what was people saying at that time, residential pages. And that's where it was on. It was on their residential page. But apparently that house was well known for parties constantly. But also that night, it's never been reported that they had a frat party next door when it's blatantly on the internet. Thank you so much. Maybe Little Mix. But I don't see girls allowed. Oh, Piper's having a moment. At the end of the day, money influences people 100%. Have you enjoyed this? Oh, Anne, I need to come back to you. I seen your mail. East 17, Daniela Westbrook, Tara Palmer Tompkinson and Kate Moss. Kate Moss, E17, no. Daniela Westbrook, no. Liability. Tara Palmer Tomlinson, sorry. I said no, but a wee bit in the fence. I feel she's connected to something, but I don't feel it's that. Did you know 9 days ago it would be Liam Payne? I knew it would be the One Direction, as I said in the video, but I knew about 4 days ago. But I didn't know that it was going to happen the 9th day. Remember when I give out these predictions? Until it happens, I'm just saying, okay, I think this is going to happen. But I seen something on TikTok 2 nights ago, and the Niall Horn content, I thought, oh, you've been a bit of a dick. Like, you're not being very nice. And I remember thinking, oh, I didn't realise that. And then I seen a few videos, you know, it's TikTok's like, it takes you down its own rabbit hole without even going. And I seen a few videos where he'd been quite nasty to his bandmates. And I'm like, oh, you're standing out like a sore thumb. So I wasn't surprised when it was him, when the news came out. Ant and Dec, definitely. And I've said for day one. Day one, I said that they would literally get incognito, and they did. Like, think about Ant when he get done for drink driving. He seems so protected, but they're going to sacrifice something. There's something bound to happen to them because they've had this much fame, so there must be a sacrifice. And maybe that's what we're all doing wrong. We can't save these people. We can't fix it. It's a big enterprise, a big entity. But what we can do is work out when they're disappearing. Well, they're disappearing for a reason because they must think they're up next. Ant and Dec's recently disappeared as well. Like, you don't see them half as often as what you did. There was another one that I just clicked there. No rabbit holes tonight. Definitely a good live. Good talking point. Not forgetting this poor soul dying way too young and his poor family having to be subjected to all social media. Pink or Adele. I don't think Pink, but Adele. What are you saying? P money sign. You don't need to know, it's all right. Ainsley's it was a phantom, Ainsley, for the dog. Aye. Thank you, whoever said that. If I book a reading, will you tell me anything bad that's going to happen? No. If you've had a reading before, can you pop in the comments to reassure wee Carla? It's not like that, wee Carla. I do like to record your readings as well. I think it's better that you record so you can relax in the reading, and then when we finish the reading and you come off, you'll be able to go back and have a little cup of tea and just listen to the reading yourself, and sometimes it makes more sense. Yep, you're right. Katie Price in Illuminati. No, but Peter Andre, possibly. Yeah, Peter Andre. So that means there's connections to Australia then. Sailor shows to the devil. David and Victoria Beckham already called it. Listen, I better just get myself a wee cabinet for all these cease and desists, eh? Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. Morgan, can you let a dog out, please? Piper's going mental. Boy George, definitely. He is also connected to PK, what's his wife's name? The Real Housewives, they're all in it as well. And again, it's funny how all our cases tie up. I've said to you already, I feel like the McCanns are a part of it, as in somebody's got to be dishing out the drugs. Just saying. She was in the Playboy Mansion. She never lasted long. I think something happened to Kate Price in there and saw things. Dorit, that's the name I was looking for. Thank you, ladies. Beckham's eldest son, now famous for cookbook, was photographed before and then married an American girl with connections to the LA crowd. Yep, they also went to America and they've tried to move back to the UK recently. I seen One Day has released a statement. Thank you so much. PK is Boy George's manager. If it smells off, it's off. And the fact that Paris Hilton and the Brits were the first people to comment on Liam Payne's death, and I'm not joking, within an hour and 20 minutes from where it was released. He was apparently passed at 5 o'clock Argentinian time, and I'm sure for us that was, I think, work at 9 o'clock at night. So by 11 o'clock, there was everything being put out. He was only dead about 2 hours. It's crazy. The Osbournes. I didn't think they were, but Peter Andre married a doctor, so I think he is in it. Because he married a doctor. Well, she was actually very young, and this is why I think she's in it, because if you watch, which I used to watch so much crap TV back in the day for a long time, when Katie Price and Peter Andre had their reality show, he actually met Emily and her family on a boat, and she was only 15, 16, and he took a pure liking to her. And then when she became of age, they had been in touch, and then they started dating, and that became his wife. Are you telling me that doesn't sound like a few other stories we've heard? Just saying. So, shout out to Peter Andre, part of the Illuminati. I don't speak Welsh, I speak Scottish. But I'm now really loving the Welsh because apparently we all speak the same. Is it true that you live in the hood? I live in the Bronx. Sorry. On that note, JLo. Right, okay, I'm off. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking the video, subscribing. Thank you for my new followers. These are absolutely spot on. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I will definitely be live on Sunday on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram to catch up. And we'll see if there's any validations and things before that. These comments are wild. See if you want a good night, go over to YouTube. But this is the sad part, and it broke my heart the other day because there were so many good comments. As soon as you post the video, we lose all your lovely comments. It needs to start again. So the good thing is when you're getting trolled, I've not really been trolled in this one. Maybe I have because you're seeing the comments, Christy. I've not seen them all. But it just deletes anyway, and then it just starts afresh. So thank you so much for joining. I will be back on Sunday. But remember, and give us a wee follow because I might hit my story. I'm always hitting my story on Facebook and Instagram to kind of fill you in. So, or if I see anything to do with validation, if there's any validations that you find before me, feel free to pop them over to the page or let us know or tag us in them. And thank you to each and every one of you who keep tagging me in all the Instagram videos, the Facebook videos, the TikTok videos regarding all these different cases. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. We live in the Shire. Used to, I don't. Again, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all on Sunday.